5 feels blatantly out of place. Comparing this advertisement to the colorful Versace men's jacket from autumn-winter 1991, it seems that a more vibrant advertisement would have been better suited for a magazine geared towards youth interested in hip-hop music and street culture. A photograph from the January issue of Spin shows LL Cool J wearing a Lakers warm-up jacket, while a photograph of the female rap group BWP, Bitches with Problems, presents them wearing similar sporty track-style suits constructed from nylon. When compared to an editorial from Details featuring ski wear, the ensembles of LL Cool J and the women from BWP are nearly identical. Even the title Chill on the Slopes on the Streets implies a sense of duality to the clothing, that it can be worn both while skiing and at leisure. The jackets in particular share the same oversized silhouette as the Versace men's jacket, as well as a similar color palette of bold, complementary colors. The idea of wearing sports gear as by youth is even further removed from its original context by companies taking classic American styles such as varsity jackets and reinterpreting them as luxury items. An article in Details from 1991 features leather varsity jackets that provided the wearer with the all-American letterman look without having to play any sports. They were also appealing in that they were instant vintage, built to take a beating, and better yet, look like they already have. These jackets were also very similar to the Versace jacket from '91 in shape and style, and may have been another source of street-style inspiration for Gianni Versace. Versace himself advises men of '91 to take a stronger stand this spring. They shouldn't be afraid to try distinctive colors or prints that make them stand out in a room. The jacket with its Baroque print and complementary colors falls in line perfectly with his encouragement towards men to embrace more color. This approach of Versace's, who regularly creates collections that include exaggerated hallucinogenic spectrum of acid polka dots, hysterical checks, eccentric splotches, and tacky pink flower patterns all on one trouser leg, truly seems to occupy a world of its own. As much as Versace may seem to pull inspiration from the street, it seems that very few men in the time of the power-dressed GQ world have enough courage or frankly enough money to wear Gianni Versace's designs. On the rare occasion, most are famous men of color, including Wesley Snipes, who wears in two different photos a very colorful collared shirt and a Baroque-style waistcoat, while the Reverend Al Green wears a Versus by Versace shirt in a similar Baroque print. Otherwise, Versace's clothing makes appearances in fashion editorials featuring celebrities, particularly those encouraging men to wear color. Other articles commemorating Versace's life that appear after his murder on July 15, 1997, also confirm Versace's close ties to popular culture. According to Orange Coast magazine, Versace was the man responsible for aggrandizing fashion's role in popular culture, creating clothes that dripped with all the raw sexuality of a chart hit, and raising the theatrics of the runway show to rock concert levels. Perhaps his relationship with more mainstream musicians such as Prince, George Michael, Sting, and Bon Jovi do not necessarily exemplify a connection with the street. But rappers also embrace the signature ostentation, paying homage to Versace in songs and wearing his designs at public events, while their styles were widely dispersed due to the advent of MTV in 1982. MTV welded together music with fashion in the form of music videos and allowed a large audience to witness the styles of their adored musicians. Thus, patronage from pop musicians as well as rappers provided Gianni Versace with connections to both high and low worlds of popular culture, another theme that can be witnessed in this track jacket. This notion of the street is incomplete without the cultural and historical context of the early 90s. The imminent fear of contracting and spreading AIDS and HIV pervaded the above-mentioned magazines, whether in articles or in provocative advertisements from retail giants such as United Colors of Benetton. The death of cult musicians such as Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, made young people aware of AIDS being a reality. Versace himself, an openly gay man, would have been strongly affected by the AIDS panic that gripped the United States. This fear, united with racial tensions between the black and white communities, was loudly voiced by black rappers, creating an overall bleak mood in 1991. This was a time when rappers such as LL Cool J, Ice Cube, and the group NWA bum-rushed rap music with a candid and uncompromising vision of black anger. According to Scott Poulson Bryant, writing for Spin, this is still a society that continually proves black men powerless and meaningless until their activity is deemed powerful, meaningful, or liberational to white folks. Furthermore, the hip-hop world itself was divided between the major East Coast and West Coast record labels, Death Row and Bad Boy, causing animosity and violence. It was from this cultural atmosphere that Gianni Versace liberally and loosely appropriated sporty styles from the street. The resulting collection that Versace produced that autumn-winter of 1991-1992 appropriates elements of street style, but with the veneer of fashion embedded into it, loses its raw appeal. Instead, the clothes, once imbued with Versace's vulgar touch, reflect the practice of fashion, appropriating from anti-fashion and obscuring the line between the two. That's it.